Howdy, guys.
Hello, just getting in. Okay.
How you doing, Steve? You doing all right, Steve?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Ooh.
What's up, Leo?
What's up, RJ?
Okay. 7. Alright, let's get some practice in.
Go ahead, Al. Thank you.
Sorry, Steve.
That's alright, man.
I wanted to see what it was like coming out of the pit. Shit.
Alright guys, I'm off. I'm gonna go watch a movie. Good luck in your race tonight.
You're not racing tonight?
Sir, you're not racing?
I fucking hate this place. No.
Oh.
I'm skipping.
Alright, man. Well, that was unexpected. Well, go have a good rest of your night. I'll see you soon, I guess.
Good night, Carl.
Have a good night, Carl.
Oh, sweet, sweet coffee.
sweating already.
right? Winton is surprisingly a lot of work.
Yeah, it really is. Although, I'm just trying to do like one thing. That's it. so it's easy.
Hey man, one thing can take up a lot of concentration.
Oh, you're not kidding.
I gotta slow down, Max.
There are slowdowns here?
Turn 4, inside apex, yeah.
Steve, happy birthday, bro.
Thanks, man.
Fuck, I just
Tomorrow,
saw
actually.
that in the chat there. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, buddy, or early birthday.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
What are you doing to celebrate?
Oh, tomorrow I'm just taking the day off. Just changing fucking off. I actually still have to work.
Are you and your wife gonna do anything?
Yeah, we'll go out. I'm not good.
Cool, man.
I like nice and quiet. I mean, yesterday everybody came over. Like, well, you know, we traveled with like couples, so they all came over yesterday. Drinking, shit. That was nice.
Yeah, it's nice having company over.
Yeah,
For
so
sure.
We do it every. It's an end of the summer thing. So like every year we do that on my birthday, or around my birthday. Become tradition.
I like it. I miss going over to my aunt's house for like Christmas and birthdays and having all the cousins over.
Yep. Yeah, we used to do that too. Like we used to go to my aunt's house. My aunt had 4. My cousin had 3. Me and my brother, and another aunt. There was a lot of aunts. They all had like multiple kids, so we'd all go over to one aunt's house on like Christmas Eve, and you know we'd all be sitting there, and we were all like playing games and shit. Waiting to go home because then I would tear into my shit. Yeah, it was cool. Like the same things I did.
My family for like Christmas and stuff like that would be like kind of a blast for all the kids because it's like the only time of the year we get to see like our uncles like cross dress and do like stupid shit for like Christmas just to entertain us. It's great.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Which,
All
by the way, it's
adults were getting sauced and
Yeah,
we were,
exactly.
You know, I was there trying to make the house on fire. Bad fire. So you know that intrigued me. What can we throw in there?
You're like, yeah, exactly. But fucking yeah, it gets a little sad though when you get older because I see my uncles are getting older and they're like can't do a lot of that shit anymore.
Mine are passing away, dude. I'm 56, or I'm gonna be 56 tomorrow. So
Yeah.
you know, there's a bunch of
happy
people
birthday,
that just
bud.
already. Oh, thanks, man.
How are y'all doing?
What's
Very
up,
good,
Jeff?
buddy.
Very good.
Yeah, definitely
Very
gonna send you a
tough,
nice happy birthday message tomorrow.
Cool.
Barry's in second.
Yeah!
Oh, nice.
Happy birthday, Mr.
yeah.
President. Let's go, Barry.
Oh, dude, we got his VR going at like the 0 hour. He's like, it's working. I'm like, you know, we did something different. He booted up, and it came back to life because he sent me a message. It wasn't working at all. I got I'm gonna race. I'm probably not gonna see it. So we tinkered around with it a little bit, and you said he's in second place.
Yeah. Half a second back. Melody Chance is first.
Another one for Melanie? That's twice in a row, not right or not?
And
Did she win the last one or she won the one before that? I don't remember.
No, I think it was 2 times ago.
Yeah. So she won, skipped, and if she wins today, it'll be a win, skip, and a win.
Yeah, so she's first, Barry's second.
Come on, Barry. Come on, Barry.
I think Butler was first. Rich Butler was first. Somebody else was first. Melody, I don't think was, but something happened, so I'm not sure what though.
You said she's in first though, so she got back
now
into
she's
first.
in
Okay.
No, so I think someone else was in first because
Oh.
Butler's in the pit right now. Rich Butler, he's the guy that's pretty fast in this one, isn't he? Or
Yeah, Rich is pretty
or
quick.
No, was he?
Hmm?
Oh no, he got hit. He got hit. Right.
And if he thinks he's faster than Melody, he should fucking pit behind her or whatever, and just get away from her.
Barry.
Barry should, yeah.
Buddy.
I think what I would try. You know, if I think she's holding me up,
Oh right.
because here it's hard to pass, and she's pretty good at running defense. I'm gonna fucking say that right now. So, you know, you can't get around her, hit around her.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You get a lap to get a better thing, to get a better shit than her. Your lap was better than hers.
Thank you.
But then again, I'd probably just pick my nose in a couple places and try to make a mistake. That's another thing I'm trying.
Oh. Oh, fuck.
What?
Very spun.
No.
Yeah, shit.
By himself?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Not going through the S, was it?
T1.
Yep. Is he still good with second, or is he losing spots?
No, he lost spots. He was in third at that point. He didn't lose that many. I think he's in fifth now. But he was in third, like right behind P2, and they were right behind Melody too, as well.
Ugh. Poor Barry.
Whose partner is Melody?
I think Melody and Brian.
Paris?
Uh-huh. I think so.
Your boy's in 12th right now, Leo.
Ooh, very nice.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Kooky.
Take a peek.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to go to the bathroom soon myself as well.
Hey, I appreciate that picture, Steve.
He stepped away for a second, I think.
Gotcha. What's up?
Okay. Have some chime, beer back.
Thank you.
Got a problem.
Getting hungry.
Mic check.
Check it.
Mike here. Mike here.
Hey, finally got here. It's been about an hour. I've been waiting for a mic check.
Well, there you. I'm glad I'm good at something. And it's not this track.
But
Stop it. You say that every week.
it's true.
Might need it this time.
Scared. Well, I did my best lap this time around.
Great.
And I know for a fact it wasn't draft. Like, I wasn't sure about the one up there last time. I only beat it by like...
You mean you're like 29.9?
The 28.935?
28.9, excuse me.
Yeah, that was clean by myself.
And that beat your last time by how much?
Almost nothing. I was 995, so 600.
Something.
But at least I know, I'm sure the last time I was in draft, probably in a race.
So, considering that wasn't in draft, this current one, that's great. That's even better.
Correct. Yep. That's at least I confirm I can do it once. Probably not.
Yeah, your best time, Steve, I think was like my optimal 128.9, 128.8. I think was my best, but I couldn't hit 128, man. Fucking 129.0 a few times, but I can't hit that fucking 28.
Oh, dude, that same session, I must have had like 5 or 6 zeros, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I just kept, and finally, I had a really good entry into turn 1, and it was the last lap, second to last lap of fuel, and I just hit every turn. My optimal was at 28.6, but
Yeah.
no way in hell. No way in hell.
What's up, Jason?
What's up, dude?
What's up, Barry? Fuck, how'd you end up finishing? I saw what happened.
If you're talking, Barry, I think you're on mute.
laps are a minute and a half. There's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have time to warm our tires.
A little bit, yeah. I don't know how good of a warm-up it'll be, but you'll get a chance to warm up a little bit at least.
And it's 10 minutes for quali, right?
Yes. So, 10 minutes for quali, 4 laps.
So one pit stop. How does the pit exit work? Is there any rules or anything like that, or
It's,
like the guys?
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? So the guys that are coming by, you're supposed to make way. They're supposed to give us room since we're going to be on the inside of the into turn 1, right?
Right.
I mean,
there's a
Justin
bunch of-
Rebello doesn't specifically say that, but I would imagine that would be the case. I'm sure he'll talk about it in the drivers' meeting.
Right.
I'm guessing if you're coming out of traffic, you just have to stay inside.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the solid line is like pretty deep into almost the first turn, so you can't cross it for quite a while.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know if you notice.
I see that. I'm sitting in the pits now. Yeah.
It almost sucks for the for oncoming traffic, right? Because like you have to stay wide on the entry to turn 1 if you're going like side by side with someone that's coming out of the pits. So
It'd be a shit show.
so that's going to be a little tricky, but hopefully it'll be okay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Justin's going to say like people that are coming out of the pits have to stay left, unless there's nobody behind them that they can move over, obviously, or if they have enough of a gap to the person behind them.
That'll make for a lot. Like imagine like in a perfect storm, somebody's coming out and then the guy that's coming down the straight to take T1, and he's got a couple seconds gap. That's going to slow him up a lot.
Yep.
Having to let that guy pass, right?
Or just giving the room in general, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully it'll be all right. I think that's why we have 1 pit stop today.
Right.
Exactly for that reason.
Well, with the low participation all week in the puck, it's cool that we have a full grid here.
How many people are here today?
At least 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe more.
Alrighty, guys. Good luck in quali.
Yes,
24.
sir. You too.
Yeah, you too. Good luck in
Yeah,
quali.
good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Boop-boo-doo. Here we go. Hey, I did it. Adam unvalidated his last lap. Damn. That sucks. Okay.
Could have qualified a little bit higher. Couple spots, maybe.
Still
What are
solid,
you gonna
man.
do?
Ninth is still good.
Fair.
Almost did your best lap time for
Give me
quali,
1
Steve.
sec.
Nice.
I'll be right with you.
No, I didn't.
I said almost.
Oh. No,
Oh,
shit.
28,
This
28.
would have been 28.
28, sorry. I keep mistaking my I'm sorry.
I do it all the time.
Welcome to Sunday Night Skippy. In Sunday Night Skippy, we survive week to week on the basis of league mentality. Please remember that anything that would not be accepted on a real track is not accepted here. Chances are you will be racing the same drivers every week, so remember the
actually
golden
kinda where I
rule
wanna
and race
be.
how you want to be raced. In SNS, we do not do dive bombs. When attempting an overtake into a corner, wheels must overlap with wheels. If an overtaking car does not have that overlap before the turn-in point, they must back out. If you lose control of your car, you must lock up your brakes. A driver attempting to rejoin from an off-track must do so parallel to the racing line and only when safe. Failure to observe any of these rules may result in penalties. All corners in Sunday Night Skippy are contestable. We do not have no passing zones. We do take risk into account when investigating incidents and deducting safety points. The more risk a driver contributes to a situation, the greater our expectation that their moves are executed safely and with precision. Blue flags are instructional, not informational. This means that as they use the blue flag, they have until the end of the next complex of corners to encourage faster cars to pass. Any battles between lapped cars is on hold when any of them have a blue flag until it has been served. Local cautions must be observed. This gets back to prioritizing drivers. As traffic approaches a catastrophe, most drivers will and should be slowing down and focus strictly on not contributing to the yard sale. Drivers who attempt to exploit the situation in any way will be penalized accordingly. There is one penalty that I need to issue tonight, and because I am not racing tonight, I forgot to have the exact command put down, so please give me 30 seconds while I quickly Google to make sure I get it correct, and if anybody has any questions, now is the time for them.
Did you ever mention how pit exits and overlapping cars going side by side out of pit exit are going to be handled?
I did not mention it. That's a good thing to bring up, Leo. It's generally the same at every track, but we do normally stress it on a track like this. So on the pit exit, cars coming out of the pit lane are going to be heading right towards the apex for turn one, unfortunately. They do have a right to use turn one, so if you are coming out of the pits, you need to stay tight. If you are on the track and somebody is coming out of the pits, you do need to make sure to leave them space to stay tight. This is a track where communicating your pit entries and pit exits is welcome and encouraged, and it'll be really important to make sure you have your heads up because it is a little bit blind on the, if you're on this track heading towards turn one, it's a little bit blind until somebody's already passed the pit cones.
Okay, so it's relatively what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And hopefully everybody's practiced their pit entries, but do be careful on that entry.
Yep, that tire barrier.
Yes.
Don't fuck that up. Take it late. Late apex that shit. Just like
Yep.
everything else on this track. Late.
Yep.
And then right before the tire barriers, not the actual cone lines, is when we start braking for the pit entrance. At least that's what I found. I don't know about you guys.
I've been just winging it.
Okay, guys, everything should be set. We're going to switch.
All right, remember your gas,
Have a
2.7
great
liters.
night.
Thank you.
Or gallons, excuse me. Whatever.
Yep.
Alrighty, guys.
Luck,
Good luck.
everybody.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck, fellas.
Good luck. I just don't want to die.
My pub was actually pretty good, like pretty calm.
Congrats, Steve.
Good, man.
Thanks, man.
I saw the screen.
So like not too many like incidents or nothing like around you.
No, actually, it was pretty good.
It's good. It's good. What was your soft?
It was like, I think, 15 or 1700, something stupid like that.
Okay, it's not terrible, but you know.
I want to say 15. Oh,
Good luck, everybody. Hey, what's up, Jose?
guys.
Good luck, guys. Wow. Somebody hit me. Jesus Christ.
Keep calm, carry on.
Jesus!
Who lost it?
Max.
In front of me.
Max. Or, I don't know, Max was the one that yelled. I don't know if that was actually him.
He was part of the secondary wreck, it looked like.
Yeah, I was sliding. I had my brakes locked.
Yeah, I don't know how I got through that unscathed.
Me neither.
Yeah, Jeff, he was ahead of me.
Yeah, I had to go off track a little bit, but I didn't make contact with anybody.
had a black flag. Just slow down.
Hey, George. No camera ever. Too shy, buddy. Only wanted by the ladies, sir. You're right about that, George. You're right about that, sir. Coming out.
Sitting out.
Came out in a bad spot.
Sitting out.
Heading out.
Exiting. Spitting out.
Speeding up.
Good and out.
Guys around.
Yeah, we're coming up.
Yeah, I see that. Staying left.
Okay.
Staying left.
Thank you, Steve. Yes, white flag.
Let's go. Let's go. Jensen, stop him. Why? Oh, I wonder why Jeff let me by.
Might have gotten a slowdown.
All right. Something happened. He's falling back a few spots.
Hey, he just went in the pit.
Yay, we did it.
Congrats.
Congrats, bro.
Thanks, Leo.
Ooh, thank you guys. That was hard. Ooh.
Well, I'm happy with that. Fuck.
What'd you fight?
Whee!
P10. I spun out and I was last place. And I came back.
You weren't last place, I was last the entire time after somebody hit me.
No, I was last place until you went last place. I was my race got fucked first before yours. Oh
Whee.
Jesus Christ! What happened to you?
Some
Steve?
amateur lost it in the fucking turn. Spun in front of me. I had nowhere to go. I don't know who it was, so I gotta go back and look, but
Oh, whoever has that replay, can someone look at what happened to me? Was it my fault? Because I put my nose into the inside. Thanks to your advice, Leo, on how to pass in this document.
Yep. Told you, man. It's fucking difficult.
Yeah, and then he hit me, so I don't know if he cut in too much or I went too wide. I just want to see if I'm gonna get penalized for that. If somebody has a way to look at that, or do I? Actually, I'm still in the race. I'll check.
We're all having a good time here. Whee!
Good job, Leo. So it's tough, eh, Leo?
Yeah, very tough. Okay, Chris and I had a really good battle, and then he was like breathing down my throat the entire time. Or breathing down my neck, I should say. It was good. Whew.
Good job.
Thank you, sir. I will be right back.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, it's very hard to pass on this track, Jose. Very hard. Thank you, Jose. Hey, what's up, Chris?
Hey guys.
What's up, John? What's up, Brian?
What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all?
Hey boys, Leo. Great win, man. That was awesome.
Dude, great fight. That was awesome. Oh fuck.
I'd rather hear from them than hear from us there, Peter. I don't know what you think, but
Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
yeah, let's start the bottom of our Discord channel here and work our way up. We've got Brian Perez. Man, we focused on you a lot. You were I don't think you had a moment to yourself there throughout the entire race. Tell us about kind of what you saw and what your strategy was.
My main strategy going into this race was to get as like hydrated as possible because I kind of figured what we were getting into.
Smart.
This is very true.
So I had a lot of sweat to spare. I needed it. I mean, running down Jeff Jensen and then having Mazza just on my tail for the entire like end of the race. Heart's pounding. I'm just really glad I drank that water. I think that was the key to success here.
Well, we thank your heart because it was great to watch, and hopefully the fans thought so as well. Yeah, man, you did a great job to hold him off there at the end. Up 3 spots total to P8. You got to be pretty happy with that. This is a tough track to pass and defend.
Yeah, I was having some great racing with me and Max were having a battle at the beginning of the race. Me and Mazza had some great battles going on. Yangshi Lin, me and him were kind of sorting out where to go. I got to slow down trying to outrun him because he's too damn quick. I mean, this track's just so small, tight, and technical. It's definitely a defender's track for sure. You have to be really, really, really smart about where you attempt a pass to go by. Because, not only do you have to think about completing the pass, you got to think about everybody else and how fast they're going. And, if you slow the two of you down, you're going to get caught by 5 or 6 cars real quick trying to make these passes in these tight corners. So I just tried to take the opportunity where it was going to be the quickest and keep me and Nick going there. That's why I pitted when I did, just to try or he pitted a little earlier. I stayed out to try to overcut him. Ended up coming out of the pits next to him in turn 1. So all in all, just a really exciting race.
Well, man, it was great to watch you. Hopefully, you watch that back from our perspective as well because you put on a heck of a show. So, congratulations. We'll come back to you tonight for some shout outs, but I want to move on here now. Up 1 to Chris Herrera, who ended up starting second, finishing second. Tell me a little bit. I want to start with the qualifying because these are not offset grid positions here. How did you feel about your start there? From what I understand, it seemed like that might be the P2 position might be the one to have in the beginning, but maybe not so when you got Leo Ovtcharov next to you. I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. So,
okay.
if you get a good jump or even an average jump, the P2 position is actually pretty good. But Leo got as good. I actually think he got a little bit of a better jump than I did. So, considering his pace this week, as well as in the practice session, as well as the qualifying, I knew that he very likely had the pace on me today, although I felt good in general. So my general strategy was to just stay behind him and fuel save as much as possible, which on this track is very, very difficult, except I found that going into T1 was sort of the best way to do any fuel saving. And then somehow we were able to, Leo was able to pull a gap while I was drafting him from Adam behind us. And then at that point, I decided I'm not going to battle until after the first pit stop. And somehow I came out ahead of him in the pits and I was able to defend for 1 lap. But, this is a defender's track unless you're going against Leo. And then it's, you got to be perfect.
Well, that was my next question. Obviously we've got the retro logos up. I don't know if you heard, but with Pim out, we had to scrape something together. Thank you to Peter for doing that. But speaking of retro, you've come a long ways from the running on empty days, I'd say, even though hopefully the crew's still together. But that pit stop was really well executed. You ended up coming out in front of him. How do you, like, at that point, obviously, were you anticipating that, and how did that change kind of how you approach the race? I mean, it was only, I guess, for a little bit, unfortunately, but.
Right. So I wasn't necessarily anticipating it, but I was hoping for it, and I wasn't super surprised considering I knew I was able to do a little bit of fuel saving. And my strategy after I've learned from a couple of races this season is that if Leo has the pace on me, which is usually the case, then if I can't go into the pits with him, then I'll go 1 lap after just so I can try to stay in his draft. But in this case, I was able to come out ahead of him, and I was able to defend for 1 more lap. But then after that, it was pretty much over.
A tough track to pass at, and but either way, well done on the P2 there. We'll come back to you as well. I want to move on though to the 37 car there of John Bayman, who had a great race, finishing on the podium, up 1 spot total. Just want to hear about what you saw out there. It looked like there was a lot of close racing.
Yeah, for sure. I think in general, from my experience this week, my goal was I want to qualify P4 or higher, which I did because I knew with the side by side grid, especially with my pace, I knew I could probably squeeze into P4, and if I ended up P5, it'd be a pretty big disadvantage for getting top 5 and make it a lot more challenging. So succeeded there. Then from there, I was like, I didn't even want a good start off the line because I knew Adam was probably going to have good pace and we'd be able to hopefully follow Chris and Leo, which that wasn't the case. They were on another level today. So at the point where we started falling a little back, I just stuck with Adam because I knew if I started trying to fight Adam and getting around, it was just going to slow us down more. Then I'm not really sure what happened. It was like T1, I think. Adam had something. I think he might have hit the curbing too hard or something. And then from there, it was kind of uh, just go, just flat out push as hard as I can. And I came out of the pits, once Mike had pitted, I was like 2 seconds ahead of him. So I was just like, don't mess up. Just, don't push too hard. Just have a good, clean rest of the race. And kind of just alone by myself there trying to push, hoping Leo and Chris would fight a little and I'd catch them. But no, they were on another level today. So props to them.
Well,
Good
I was
race.
Yeah, absolutely. That actually reminds me of that incident. I don't know if you were in comms with Adam or what. Hopefully, we can get a good read on exactly what happened. But it seems. Do you feel like your hopes were dashed, or you were more encouraged to go catch those guys once Adam fell out?
Honestly, funny enough, I feel like I was probably feeling better after that. It was unfortunate. I think pace wise, I was pretty on par with Adam, so it would have been fun to battle him. Rest of the race, see what happened. That would have been a good race with him. But once that occurred, I was 95% positive I wasn't catching them, so it was pretty much just get as big of a distance away from Mike as possible, which I think I succeeded pretty well at, and then from there just take the P3.
Well, it was a great, well executed race overall, man. That's a tough track and a tough field. So, well outperforming the average finish you had for the season tonight. I'm gonna change the order up because we got a couple new comers to the Discord channel here, and we'll go back down. Guy we were just talking about, Adam Miles, man. Great, qualifying effort, and I guess the question on everybody's mind is just kind of what happened there on that front stretch.
It was just one of those days. I've had my wheels and pedal now for 3 years, and for the first time, I just coming out of turn 2, the pedals just gave me nothing, no throttle, no brake, no clutch, and I was just coasting up the hill towards turn 3. Pulled off to the side of the road, just about to quit out, and then they just come back to life again, and I'm able to rejoin the track between 3 and 4 with a slowdown, no speed, cars coming up behind me, so I cut turn 4 so I don't get in anyone's way, get another slowdown, and so and then the pedals were fine for the rest of the race. So I'm gonna have to get my head down there and see if there's any loose connections or something. But that's the first time that's ever happened to me.
Well, that's what we had surmised to some extent. It looked like the car was a little bit under control, at least enough for you to be able to pull over, and very sportsman move of you there. But yeah, unfortunate to see. That being said, from our perspective as streamers, broadcasters, it led to a very awesome battle between you and the 68 Carvion Sealand there toward the end. Talk to us a little bit about what it was like battling it out with him for that. P6 position, sorry.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yancey had great pace. Managed to reel him in, and then yeah, we were dicing for a few laps, and he was right there. And even on the last lap, he was so much quicker through the hairpins actually than I was. That he got a great run down into, I think, 3 corners to go last lap. Had to defend, and he went down the outside, and it was a lot of fun. It made the last 10 laps sort of gave me something to chase. So congrats to him. Actually, he was really quick.
Awesome. Well, congrats either way. Unfortunate circumstances we talked about in the stream. Just you hate it when that is what takes you out. But either way, it was a nice recovery, keeping your head straight, and walking away with a good finish and a great battle there at the end. So it was fun for us. So thank you for that. Also finishing one of our, I would say top finishers with the most positions gained. We got Mike Bowers up 4 spots, started P8, finished P4, and just ran, from what I could see, a very solid race. You had some battles throughout. However, it did not look like you were ever under any pressure, and just kind of was out there doing your thing. How did that feel tonight, Mike?
It was actually a lot of fun. I finished that race with no X's, so 0x'd, and there was pressure. Gherkin was coming pretty hard at the end, so that was a good fun fight. And I actually came in here to apologize. I don't know. RJ and I had some contact, and I had no idea he was to my inside. So he should submit a review there because I don't know if I cut him off or he snuck in there. But anyway, no, it was a lot of fun. I almost didn't race tonight. I haven't had a lot of practice here. I ran 2 pubs and I was like, man, I'm way out of it. So I wasn't going to race and decided to jump in, and it was better than I thought. So
Awesome. Yeah, that'll be one to look at there between you and RJ. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, that was early on. I'm just looking at it now, lap one, but yeah, hopefully it doesn't plus you too much there. It was a great overall effort, and notwithstanding any of that, yeah, a P4 finish up 4 spots for a race that you didn't even think that you maybe wanted to do. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you very much.
yeah, it's good.
Well, let's skip to the man of the hour here. Leo Ovtcharov started first, finished first, and but none of it, I'm sure, was easy. You had a rear view mirror and sometimes a forward-facing view full of that 687 car of Chris Herrera. Just talk to us about how you kept cool out there and made it happen.
Yeah, that was definitely the most important part was keeping calm, being smooth, not making too many mistakes, and trying to be as clean and consistent as I could possibly be out there on this track because this track is very very difficult. Like everybody says, very difficult to pass, much better to defend. But I figured Chris had an advantage coming into the first pit stop because he seemed like he was saving a lot of fuel where I was not. So that ended up being true, and we had a really, really good fight. And I was fortunate enough to be able to sneak my way by him and just kept my nose clean and brought it to the end. So thank goodness for that.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about that pass that you put on Chris there toward the end. I believe it was the last 2 corners, if I'm remembering correctly. But just talk to us about how you. I don't, and you don't have to if you don't want to, if you don't want to give away the trade secrets or whatever. But passing Chris is not an easy task. And as the other Chris here, the slower Chris, I'd like to know what was going through your mind, how you set that up and executed it.
Um, it seemed as though there was a little bit of an advantage going through the exits on the corners with a little bit of draft from Chris. So I tried really, really hard to set up a couple of passes. They kind of didn't work. So at the end, I believe I made the pass on turn 1, 2 in one of the last few laps. So we were able to go side by side together. So I was on the outside of turn 1, he was on the inside, and then I ended up on the inside of turn 2, set up much better with a little bit of a gap. So I was able to slot back in to take the lead into turn 3, and that was pretty much it. Then like I said, tried to keep my nose clean, tried to stay consistent, and it worked. Fortunately, I mean it was definitely not easy at all, especially having like Chris breathing down my neck the entire race. Staying consistent and clean was of utmost paramount. Otherwise, one tiny mistake, one slide too wide, and he'll just send it up into the inside, and I'll lose that position.
Well, I've got one more question for you before we hand it over to hellos and shoutouts and whatever. But you got a pretty good lead heading into this race. I'm sure this will extend it just a little bit further. What's your mindset going into week 12?
Pretty much the same as every week. Just try to do my best. Try not to let my nerves get the best of me, and come what may.
There you go. I love it. Well, we'll tell you what. We'll give you first right refusal here for anybody who might want to say hi to or thank, even if they are or are not listening.
Thank you to everyone that's watched the broadcast team, of course, everybody that came out to race tonight, to Chris, to Mr. John, to Mike, to Adam, to everybody in Shake and Bake, to Jexy who's at home, and to Jeffrey and Lando, and yeah, just to everybody that made it out. I appreciate it. I know this is not everybody's favorite track, but we had a pretty strong field today, so I'm glad for that.
A lot of fun to watch, man. Congratulations on the victory. On to you, Mr. John Bayman.
Yeah, honestly, just shout out to you guys for the broadcast. Shout out to Chris and Leo for giving me something to chase and getting a good view of their battle up ahead. Shout out to my fiance. I posted it in the Discord, but she made me jerseys for my birthday for the number 37 for me, so that's pretty exciting. That was fun to wear today, and yeah, just thanks everyone for the good race.
I'll tell you what, those were instant hits in the Discord. I can't believe I even forgot about those. Everybody wants one now, just so you know. Those are great. A plus, A plus 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 gift there. Chris Herrera, what do you got?
First of all, Chris, always good to hear you, especially after a long absence. So thanks for coming out. Always puts a smile on my face when I hear your voice. Shout out to Running on Empty, as well as Skippy Dogs, my Pro-Am teammate, Michael Reback. And I think that's pretty much it. And again, congrats to Leo on the win and John Beeman on the running at the podium. Thanks, guys.
Awesome, Chris. Well, yeah, hopefully we get to talk a little bit more than on these post-race interviews every once in a while. And I know that Michael Reback was watching and shouting out the Skippy Dogs there. So well done on the P2 finish for your team. Mike Bowers.
Well, ultimately, just you guys for doing the broadcast every week. It's a time commitment. You guys make it, and it's pretty cool. And I have been a little on and off this summer, so it's good to catch up by watching the race reviews and things. So I appreciate that. Just thanks to all the people in the league that make it fun, Gherkin for battling hard, and John for running away from me. But no, it's good fun. I appreciate it, and look forward to it. Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you. And obviously, this was PIM Appreciation Day, Peter. I'm sure you'll agree. But yeah, we will tighten things up, get a little bit better. But and we wish PIM all the best. But we'll do everything we can to make sure that the stream gets put on every Sunday because we know how important it is to everybody. But so thanks for that, Mike. And let's see, we're on to Adam Miles.
Oh, just yourself for doing the broadcast. Sounds like there was maybe a bit of short notice involved, so it's always appreciated, everyone who's involved in that. And then congrats to the podium, Leo, Chris, John. Great qualifying, all three of them. Great race, and to Yancey because he gave me a lot of enjoyment in the last half of that race, even if I wasn't at the front. So congrats to him as well.
Yes, thank you to you both for giving us all a little bit of fun to watch there. That's one of the things that we've always loved about SNS, even if it's not racing for the lead. There's some great skilled drivers throughout the field that always put on a hell of a show. So appreciate that, Adam. And on to Flyby, man. What you got for us?
Oh man, well, I'd like to give a shout out to both the broadcast and Steve Dewar for not roasting me last week when I sent Steve like flying into the barrier at the Nordschleife. So shout out to you guys. I totally deserve to get roasted there. Sorry, Steve. Again, we talked about that already. So yeah, unfortunate circumstances, but thankfully with this league, everybody's pretty cool. So shout out to Steve. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Dunkle the cat at Middleton Brewing in San Marcos, Texas. His fur is really soft. And shout out to my friends at twitch.tv/FlyBrian9 because, I love those guys.
Yo, Dunkle.
Love it, man. Yeah, hey, shout out to all the Flyby viewers out there as well. I'm one of them as well. Man, what a great race, Peter. Any final thoughts for us as we go into our final week next Sunday? And I don't know, just overall, man, this is what a crazy summer it's been, and this all obviously brings a lot of people joy. Thank you, Peter, for stepping up to actually do the production of this. I don't think people really understand how complicated and difficult it is and can be, especially when you're just kind of thrust into the role. So, Peter, man, any final thoughts?
Well, I have to give a big thanks to you and to Pim, and I don't think people realize how much both you and Pim helped me just to get up to speed so that I could put together at least a basic broadcast tonight. And then, I was pretty nervous about whether we'd be able to pull it off, whether it would work out. But as you were saying right during the broadcast, Chris, that 40 minutes just flew by. The racing action was so great. And so just thanks to everyone on track for putting on such a great show.
Yeah, absolutely. It's man, it did not feel like 40 minutes had passed, to your point. These guys are just a lot of fun to watch week in, week out, and we look forward to it next week as well. Hopefully everybody can join us. Hopefully we will have the updated logos, which I'll help Peter out with. I'm not going to put that completely on you, absolutely. And yeah, just shout out to everybody who is watching right now. We'll watch, the video on demand later, and friends and family, and that's really kind of who we do this for. We've said it a couple times in both the earlier broadcasts this morning and SF2, and I believe in SF1, but that's the important part is making sure that families and friends can participate in this awesome hobby with their loved ones, and that's why we know it's important. So we'll continue to do everything we can to continue bringing the action to everybody every week. And even though it's amateur, we love it. So have a great week, everybody. Take care of each other, and we'll see you next Sunday. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Cheers, everyone.
Night, gang.
Awesome. Good night, everybody.
Good night, buddy.
Good to talk with you again, Chris and Peter. Thank you so much.
Been too long.
And we're off the air.
Yeah.
Whoops, I was waiting for that.
So Peter's not as quick on the trigger as Pim is because Pim has a little more. He's got it down. So we'll get there.
I gave a little grace period, but I guess I got
I love it.
All right, boys. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too, bud.
Night, everyone. Thanks.
Cheers again, everybody.
Night, John. Night.
That was a much needed performance. Oogway, Master Oogway. I like it. Hopefully you enjoyed that, Jose. That was a good race. That was a good battle with Chris too. Oogway, I like it.
I was like, he was saying you were behind her, and I'm like, well, maybe, if he feels he's faster, pit before her. Just
I did too.
Get in clear air. You could run a little bit by yourself, and if you're faster than her, you'll catch her, not be behind her. And
But I made
right
3 huge mistakes tonight.
It happens.
Sorry, Barry, but I'm glad you recovered though.
Yeah. I recovered everything except I went into turn 1 and 2, and I let the guy by because I made the mistake. So I'm not gonna. I thought I'll get him later, and then I just cooked turn 1 and 2. That's all it was.
But wait, you got back to second though?
No, I ended up 6th.
Sixth. Oh, okay. Still really good,
So
yeah.
I figured top 10. I wasn't going to complain too much, but I think it would have been a good. I'm not going to say I would have won, but I think at the end, if Melanie and I were at 1 and 2, I think it would have been a good race between the two of us. To be honest, but I screwed up. I cut turn 3, so I ended up
the slow down.
I got that.
Yeah,
then I got
burn that. You could burn that off.
I did that. I burned it, and I was like a second still behind the guy ahead of me. That was in 4th. And then I just screwed up. I overcooked that whole sequence after the I got out of rhythm. And remember when Mike and I talked about that? That's all that happened. I got totally out of rhythm, and then I had to figure and come back to get back into rhythm. And I'll just take 6th and walk away.
Still a great result, man. Still a great result. We would have been a lot better if you got in second, but I understand. Like, shit happened, and that's unfortunate. But at least you recovered super, super well, man. We're proud of you.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think still it's all part of the learning process.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man.
Right? So, okay, I learned that. Take that lesson. We're going to carry on. Let's go Chicago.
Chicago. Hey, Chicago.
I heard Leo's going to Imola this week.
The fuck? What? What the hell are you talking about? Imola.
On the F4.
F4 at Imola.
I got another race, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm just messing with you.
Like, the fuck are you talking about? I got Chicago, baby.
Though.
Yeah.
That was the very nice pass on Chris.
Yeah, that was really tough. But man, going into turn 1, turn 2 with him, fun, super fun. Gave each other plenty of room, came out of it unscathed. Couldn't be happier.
Chaz and I watched that together, and we were both making comments about, oh, here it is. That's where it's going, and then we're gone.
Yeah, you set it up super well.
Yeah, I mean, I had enough of a little bit of a gap and run going into turn 1. That's what helped. That's definitely what helped. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't have happened.
What I said was, it's what you were doing to Herrera. I don't think he was used to.
What do you mean?
That made a bit of I don't think the pressure that you apply to him as an advanced driver. I don't think he's used to that kind of pressure. Being on.
I think
he is used to
I think we're both used to it, man.
I think
maybe maybe he didn't. Everybody he raced against here was not really up to him, but yeah, that guy can handle himself.
Yeah, it's not like I'm running over midgets here or anything like that, dude. It's Chris Carrera. Chris is super fast.
You know what would be an awesome race? To see you, Jeffrey Decker, Herrera, and that what's his name from Australia?
Sam.
Sam. Just the 4 you guys go at it. I think that would be.
We have before.
Yeah, but not all
at the same time.
I see.
As tight as you guys were tonight. I think Decker and everything, if they did that, Decker would run you pretty close tonight.
Well, of course, it's Jeffrey, man. Jeffrey's not a slouch, and he'll always get up to speed quickly. Never a doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
But to see the 4 of you do that, I think it would have been a fucking
hoot.
Yes, that's more than anything. It'd been a hoot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate Sam couldn't make it out for this race specifically, because he did win this race last season. I believe
he did something. Something happened to his truck, or something happened to his car.
Something happened to his car. What do you mean?
Yeah, because he was going off into the sides, wasn't he, Chaz?
What do you mean, like last season?
No, this season, this lot tonight. He was going off into the side and stuff like that. Something happened to his car.
Who? I'm confused now too.
Sam's car. Wasn't it Sam?
Sam's real. Yeah,
Sam wasn't in this race tonight.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Who's the yellow and blue car?
That's Adam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're confused. What? Like Sam was in this race? What?
Had me all confused.
Yeah, I was like, shit.
Well,
Adam.
And I had the volume now. I just saw blue and yellow.
No. Adam unfortunately had like hardware failure with his pedals after coming out of the last turn on one of the laps. He didn't have any acceleration, and then it like kicked back on after like several seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he had like technical issues, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. I thought that was Sam. Okay.
No. Sam has a very similar color scheme to Chris, but it's all like geometric and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Sam has a dark black car with the purple and.
No, he has a yellow and blue car.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Sam Devontier has a black car.
Black with like the teal that Chris has.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like from far away, Chris and Sam look very similar. On track. I'm just saying.
All right, Pax.
Paxy.
Mr. Pax.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Pack Attack.
Phoebe's chasing the bottle cap I took off the drink, and she keeps bringing it up back. Rolling over Pax and then in front of him and now his nose.
So what are we drinking?
Yes. This other shit. There's all the leftover fucking IPAs that nobody.
Apparently, Steve's going to get into the mushrooms tonight.
He is.
And then acid next week.
Yes.
Oh gosh,
I might go for the heroin.
Oh Jesus! No! Go for the psychedelics, man. It's been so many years since I've done shrooms and acid. So many years.
I've actually never done shrooms and acid.
I would
really?
I would say at
Yeah.
least once in your life, like experience it. It's definitely something different.
Yeah, totally fucking different.
Yep.
I did shrooms with hash oil. We did shrooms and then we were smoking hash oil with them. Fucking
Whoa, crazy.
that was a crazy. I was in my 20s and fuck. And then we did acid one night at a party. That was something different.
I think
Ooh,
Wild
buddy.
Thing was doing shrooms tonight.
The whole
Jose, I think I've been iRacing for maybe almost 2 years, like without taking like a very very long break or anything like that. I think it's like almost 2 years. I don't quite remember. I've been driving the Skippy maybe for like maybe a little over a year and a half. I don't know exactly.
You're afraid you're gonna get stuck.
Yeah, imagine you get a fucking, when you have a bad buzz or a bad trip on fucking anything, and it lasts an hour or two or whatever. Imagine 8, 12 hours of some shit, and you're stuck in a fucking trip for that long. Fuck that, no way. And you can't sleep, and you're just fucking no way. I couldn't do it.
Well,
I
that's
don't
why
do
you have
hard
to
drive.
like plan accordingly, dude.
Yeah, that's why I only did it once. Okay, I've tried it. Good enough. Carry on. Next thing.
Yeah, but
I didn't.
you have to be like very very prepared. Like if you're doing it with a friend, you have to have at least somebody that's sober there to be what's known as like an anchor to reality while you're doing it. Because if you go through a bad trip, at least you can look at that person while you're tripping hard and be like, that person knows what it's like being sober right now. I want to be like that, and it helps you kind of guide your way back to
Yeah.
feeling that way, or at least
I forgot
somewhat that way. But
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
but you have to like start in early in the morning, and then that shit will end like by the time it's evening, and then you'll be off of it enough time in the evening to be ready for bed. But sometimes people get what's known as like an afterglow effect, where they feel like super hype and like excited about life and like have so much energy that they just you just don't sleep that night. You have like a good time and like hang out and talk to your friends and shit. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be me.
Yeah, but anything chemical after that, I never did any of that shit. Heroin, crack, any
No.
of that. Never ever.
I never
fucking
tried
touched that
What
shit.
you're talking about, stimulants? Yeah, no stimulants.
Yeah, no.
No
Well, I
stimulant.
did snort coke off a hooker's ass once, but that's another story for another time.
I mean, that sounds like you lived like
I'm
the Patrick Bateman dream, you know?
Yeah, no, none of that ever. I enjoyed my pot. I loved hash. My friend, that was it. We would do hash all fucking night and just be, and honey oil.
I did
Ooh,
that a couple times.
Honey oil was wonderful.
interesting. Honey oil. All right.
The hash I was talking.
Yeah.
Well, both were good.
I just remember it expanding. Sorry.
No, go. I legit thought I was dead when I smoked pot. I smoked pot and I thought I fucking died.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not
What?
even lying.
Oh, do tell.
I had to go to the fucking psych ward. I swear to God.
Really? That's
So,
weird. You might have not
so-
had just pure pot then.
Yeah, it was some weird shit. So I used to smoke pot like fucking when I was like a kid, like 18 to 22. I was a pothead big time, like every day almost, right? And then I started getting more paranoid, thinking like cops are gonna be around because like it's illegal and shit, living in Canada. And it wasn't legal anywhere, I guess, back then, 20 years ago. So I always thought like, I had a thing where, oh my God, like if I get caught with this shit. And so I stopped smoking it because it made me feel like that, like where I will still get in trouble.
You get
And
paranoid.
Then, yeah. And then one night, go.
It does affect certain individuals that way.
It does.
They
me.
get too paranoid.
100%.
And and you just gotta do what you can do. And that's why I always liked hash, because it was like that mellow, like absolute fucking mellowness. And I could sit back and I would put Phil Collins on in the air tonight with those fucking drums going and all that. That was like fucking awesome.
When you hear that good high and you have a good song on, yeah.
Supposedly with like with acid, Ungrateful Dead's supposed to be the best.
Yeah. Grateful Dead on anything's usually pretty fucking good.
I mean, that's just what my mentor told me, so I have to believe him, I guess.
Well, the unfortunate part of that is Grateful Dead, Jerry Garcia just fucking drugged himself to death.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate.
He was one of the best guitarists out there, and he just fucking just did you realize he was a diabetic and all that as well, and he was doing all
What?
these drugs? Yeah, he was
Really?
a diabetic.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that didn't help.
No, it
Jeez.
didn't. And yeah, I watched if you can watch the thing on Netflix about him. The lead singer talks about the whole time that what they were doing. It's a very interesting biography on them.
Okay. Might get into that. I will tell you guys though, I am off for the night. I need to shower and have some food and stuff like that. Thank you guys again for, doing the races. Barry, congratulations again on 6th place. I know it wasn't the one you wanted, but still super, super great result.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the fuck
Good
ups,
job,
but
dude. Congrats,
yeah.
P1 Leo.
Thank you guys, and congrats, Sarge, on P10. On Steven, I'm sorry about your race, buddy.
Shit happens.
Yeah, still
It wasn't
like that.
me, so.
Yeah, it wasn't you. I know. Still sucks.
As long as I didn't fuck up, I can. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Jeff got 14th. Hell yeah.
Leo, before you go.
Congrats to you for what? What'd you do?
Me and Aston Martin for finally getting points in F1 Manager.
Hey, get it, buddy.
Leo, I'm gonna say I showed these guys the replay of what happened with me and Mike. I'm gonna send it to you just to get your opinion.
Yeah.
Send
Send it.
whenever.
Yeah,
Cool.
send it to me. All right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, Leo.
Cheers.
You're welcome, Jose. And yeah, thanks to everybody that made it out for the stream today. Hopefully that was entertaining enough. So thanks again, guys. Probably be back on Tuesday to do some practice and to maybe get some pub races in Chicago. So yeah. Have a great rest of your night. Cheers, everybody.